Hello everybody, this is Cesar, and today I'm going to show you a very special guitar. It's a very special guitar for me, and I think it's a very special guitar anyway. You will see why. It's a guitar from 1999, and she's been for many years at my brother's house, right? Probably more than 10. Then I went to Spain this past week, during this week of holidays, and I took her with me. In this case, it's not the original case. The original case was, I think, stolen, lost anyway, in a gig many years ago, right? And you know my theory, you need to get a good case. This is a fantastic case, it's an Epiphone case, and as it is a very big guitar, because it's a jumbo guitar, you need a big case because it needs to fit in. It fits like a glove, though you will see that the neck is smaller than the case. It's good because you get space for your humidifier, right? Anyway, I took her with me. She was flying on the plane in this case. She arrived in one piece and perfectly. And you will see that she needs a lot of care because she has not been properly treated. But anyway, in this video I'm going to show you the specs, I'm going to show you the main features of the guitar, and in the next video you will listen to her, and please allow me the time to treat her properly and to restore her a little bit, okay? So here she is. She's an Alhambra Jumbo 1999, and the model is the J1E. This is a model that is discontinued. When I bought it, it was around the mark of $1,000 in 1999. It's a fantastic guitar. The sound is absolutely wonderful. And as you see, the case is really very big. Though it fits perfectly in the body, and it does not move, but there's a lot of space here when the headstock finish. Here is then you can put here your humidifier, fixing it to the case. Get good cases is my advice. You see, she has been flying without any problem. Now we are going to take a closer look to the main features of the guitar. Well, just as a curiosity, this is the original guarantee when I bought the guitar. Comes from 1999, as I said. And it was kept inside the gig bag where the guitar was stored at my brother's house. This particular model has been discontinued already. Alhambra keeps on building wonderful acoustic guitars, but this particular model is not anymore built on their factory. So this makes her even a little bit more special to me. So here she is, my Alhambra Jumbo. For the ones who have not seen my video on my classical Alhambra, right? Alhambra is a Spanish manufacturer that is located in a small village in the Mediterranean coast of Spain. The village is named Muro de Alcoy, and is in Alicante, in the province of Alicante. A fantastic place. Fantastic place to retire, for example. Anyway, well, they make all types of classical guitars, right? From very high-end, specific luthier, right? To relatively affordable ones. Alhambra is not a cheap manufacturer, because they make their instruments 100% by hand. They are 100% handmade. Well, anyway, they also produce acoustic guitars, steel string guitars. And funnily speaking, 95% of their production of acoustic guitars is exported. So not a lot of people in Spain are aware of the Alhambra acoustic guitars. It's a very well-known brand for classical guitars. It's not that well-known for acoustic guitars. And I can tell you, they make extraordinary instruments. We will go through the features, right? As I told you, we will have to somehow repair a couple of things here and treat her because she has not been properly treated during these years, right? And then you will have the opportunity to listen to her in next videos. So as always, let's start with the headstock. The headstock is made of a wood which is called sipo. The sipo is similar to the mahogany. It's an African wood, right? And sometimes is considered the, let's say, substitute of the mahogany. The headstock has a veneer, I think you can observe it here, right? Yes. Veneer of rosewood on top. The A from Alhambra, from the manufacturer, right, is made of mother of pearl. And as you see, the first signs of suffering are here, right? It's clear that when fixing the tuning pegs, trying to screw them, someone has made these marks on the headstock, so we will have to repair it. Now, the nut is made of tusk. It's tusk. The fretboard, and again, I mean, I've been going through the thing of fretboard, fingerboard, and talking to my instructor at the Royal School of Music. I had the opportunity to be with him during this week, and he told me, listen, I mean, it's called fingerboard in the instruments that do not have frets. For example, the double bass. But in guitars it's called fretboard. So I know there's people on the internet, there are people on the internet calling, you should say fingerboard, not fretboard. This is a fretboard because it has frets. And when you have a non-fretted instrument, it is a fingerboard. And this is from my instructor at the Royal School of Music that I really respect. Well, anyway, the fingerboard, the fretboard, is made of rosewood, is Indian rosewood. And as you see, the fret inlays are not in the center of the fretboard, are also mother of pearl. She has 20 frets, and I guess you can see that the frets really need pampering. Well, everything in the guitar needs pampering because she has not been properly treated, but I will make her good. 20 frets, okay? So this is the top of the guitar, and the top of the guitar is solid German spruce. It's in a satin finish, and it has changed a little bit the color during these years. It was, I would say, lighter, and now it's darker. I like it very much. The sides and the back are sapelli. Sapelli. We will talk later about that, right? And let me just zoom for the bridge. Here we go. Well, and this is the bridge. The bridge is Indian rosewood. And you see the saddle that is made of tusk and is compensated, and in fact is kind of broken here in two. And probably now you have already noticed, right? But the strings are not going through the top, right? The strings are attached to the bridge, to the bridge. Is it good? Is it bad for the sound? I mean, you will listen to the guitar, you will judge by yourselves. I can tell you something. I own a Martin D45, which is an extraordinary guitar. And I have to tell you that this guitar sometimes smokes the D45. And we're talking here about a guitar that was in the mark of the 1,000 and something euros when I bought it. But I think that the best proof is you will listen to the guitar and you will judge by yourselves. I'm just trying to show you some of the things that I will need to repair. So as you see, there's an impact here, and if we go a little bit up, you will see there's another 3 like in a row. I think they've not trespassed the finish, right? And if Randy is watching the video, I know, my dear Randy, you watch my videos and you comment, thank you very much. what is your opinion? But I have seen some videos in which people are applying some heating on a wet rag, putting a wet rag on top of that impact, so those impacts, and then they put a soldering iron and transmit the heat, and sometimes I see those chims disappearing. Just let me know what would you do, please, even if you can send me a personal message if it's too long, I would really appreciate that, Randy, because I really want to make her good. Maybe I can do nothing and it has to stay like it is, but okay, it would be a pity. Anyway, so some chims here, you see, I told you 3 of them. Let me just try to focus for you. Sorry, here it is. And another bigger one here on the back. Sorry, on the bottom. Looks like it has not trespassed the finish, but I will need to make it good. So the sound hole is here. You see the serial number there, right? The date, 99. Just to give you a perspective. So back and sides, as I told you, are made of sapelli, which is an African wood. And I think I already showed you the beautiful binding made of maple. Here you can see it again, right? Natural maple. It reminds me of the PRS thing, right? Anyway, it's a beautifully made. And the neck joint are here. The neck joint is in perfect condition. The fundamentals of the guitar are in perfect condition, though there is something at the bridge that I will show you also. And the neck is made of sipo. The sipo, as I said, sometimes is considered kind of substitute of the mahogany. And those are the tuning machines that are proprietary Alhambra. They're really excellent tuning machines. So what I wanted to show you about the bridge is the next thing. I did what Randy does, you know, so I sliced a piece of paper across the whole bridge, and it looks perfectly glued to the top, but there is a small, and here you see it, here, there is a small part there, like it's less than 1 centimeter, probably half a centimeter, you see, right, in which the paper slices a little bit, you know, there, that small kind of corner, right, which is nothing else than, as I said, half a millimeter, and then the rest is perfectly okay, you see. No, the rest is perfectly okay. The paper does not sneak into between the body, between the top and the bridge, but this kind of half a centimeter here, right? There we go. And to me, it does not look like the string tension or whatever has forced the bridge. To me, it looks like simply, probably, there was not enough glue there. It's very small, right? So anyway, I will clamp it, I will put some glue, I will clamp it, and we will make sure that it does not get worse, right? So Randy, if you're watching the video, you can tell me what you think. Well, this is the electronics, right? Those are the electronics. The guitar is equipped with a piezo, and then, you know, the signal from the piezo is sent to the Fishman. And at that moment, the moment I bought it, this was the top of the game, the Fishman Pro. Well, let me drive you through the features. Okay, this is the volume. The brilliance is the equivalent to what we would say the presence, right? Treble. Contour is mids, right? And bass. Parametric. Okay, good. Now, you see here the notch. Right? And this is a very important feature. In guitars that are this big, right? When you're playing live, right, and you're playing on a stage with equipment, right, with your amps or whatever, you need to be very careful with the feedback, because the body is really big and it gets a lot of vibrations. So the notch will help you to minimize that. And the way it works is, well, you put yourself in front of your equipment, you try to make the guitar, you know, producing feedback, and then you operate the notch until the feedback disappears. And I can tell you it is really very good. Well, it's many years since I don't play this guitar live, right? Because she's been away, as I told you, but it was working really very well. You see here the frequency also, right? So this allows you to play with your mid-range, and the range is really very, very, very wide, from 10 kilohertz to 250 hertz, or the opposite, 250 hertz to 10 kilohertz, right? And you have here a phase, let's say, inversion knob, right? And it is important for you to notice, because now we are going to see the connections, right, and how you get your output to your PA or to your amp. So as you see, she has the traditional jack, but she also has the professional XLR connection here. And this is really very important, because that is the one that is going to give you the best output, best balanced output on a live situation, right, and on the recording situation. And also together with the knob that allows you to do phase inversion, offers you the biggest professional possibility for a very pure, clean and balanced sound. When I recorded with this guitar during a period of my life, I was a session player for some people, you know, so they were playing very different styles, and I was forced to have very different guitars in order to play very different styles of music. But anyway, when I was recording, I can tell you that this is the best way of recording, and the results are much better than with the traditional jack output. Just offering you a perspective of the strap button, that, as you perfectly see, it is not combined with the jack output, right? And this maple here, you know, in the joint of the two sides of the guitar. It's beautifully crafted. Simple, but beautiful. So this has been the first approach to the Alhambra Jumbo NW1. I'm very, very happy to have her back. After so many years. Well, now I need to go through a lot of things. I need to repair the marks on the headstock. Right? I need to repair those chims at the top. As I said, Randy, Nelson, whoever watches my channel and knows how to do that, I would appreciate your help. Thank you very much, guys. Right? Of course, I would also need to go through the whole thread polishing, kind of checking the specs again. I remember the action of this guitar was really very low. I remember I could took her even below the Taylor specs, even below the 2.4 millimeters at the fret number 12. But as I need to go through the whole process, I need to do a readjustment and everything, right? And I promise that once I get there, you will listen to her, and I am totally convinced you are going to fall in love with her. So guys, this has been the whole thing. I really hope you have enjoyed, and we will see each other in the next video. And in the meantime, please play your guitars, have fun, and be good. Cheers, and see you very soon. Bye.